Hi, hello, my name is Gomer Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Today, I'll be discussing the solved murder of Alianna DeFreeze. As I researched this case, I found that it was a tragic story even though it had a somewhat triumphant ending. It's just a sad reminder that it's really not as safe to be alone these days as it used to be. Here we go. Alianna DeFreeze was born on June 12, 2002 in Cleveland, Ohio to parents Damon DeFreeze and Denisha Cooper. People have described Alianna as sweet, loving, someone who wanted to help others, loved dogs, loved spending time with family, adorable, and a bright, shining angel. On January 26, 2017, it was like any other day. Alianna was about to go to school. Since there were a lack of school buses, she had to take 2 city buses to school, which her parents didn't really like much at all. Before she left school, Alianna gave her mother a hug and a kiss. The mother and daughter were unaware that it would be the last time they would ever see each other. Like I mentioned before, Alianna took 2 city buses to school. She was able to make it to the second bus, but she never made it to school that day. She was last seen smiling and laughing on the bus. Around 4 p.m. that same day, Alianna didn't come back home. From what her family said, she never had a problem like this. There was no reason for Alianna to skip school or even run away. When Alianna's mother, Denisha, called the school, that was when they informed her that Alianna didn't make it to school that day. And this type of behavior for the school is just so unusual to me and so unacceptable. I remember when I was going to school, the school would always notify the parents if the student never made it to school. Since Alianna was never at school, this worried her family. The police were notified and the search for Alianna began. After following leads, the police stumbled across an abandoned house on January 29, 2017. Inside of the house was a gruesome sight. What the police discovered was a body of a girl who was raped, stabbed, and beaten to death. Unfortunately, it would be revealed that this was the body of 14-year-old Alianna DeFreeze. The news of her death completely devastated her family. They couldn't understand how someone could have done something like that to a child. Her death also affected the community. Since there were unsolved murders in the neighborhood, people began to wonder if there was a serial killer on the loose. Because this turned into a homicide investigation, police began to search for the killer. They eventually received a tip which led police to the suspect's house. The suspect's name was Christopher Whitaker. Whitaker had trouble with the law before since he had a history of sexual assault. He actually lived miles away where he was registered as a sex offender. As he was being questioned by police, he admitted that he killed Alianna but claimed it was due to a crack-induced rage. He was arrested and held without bond. Whitaker was charged with aggravated murder, rape, kidnapping, aggravated burglary, and abusing a corpse. Not only did his confession cause charges to be pressed against him, but DNA evidence connected him to Alianna's murder as well. During the trial, it was revealed that a witness saw him take Alianna away by placing an arm around her. To the witness's defense, he didn't know who Whitaker was in the first place. After the testimonies in the trial, Whitaker was found guilty for Alianna's murder, and prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. After Alianna's death, the family sued the school, and rightfully so, because they didn't inform the family that Alianna was there. Like, the family didn't know Alianna was missing for like 10 hours. The Alianna DeFreeze Foundation was started to help provide safe transportation for kids and help with other community issues. The abandoned house she was killed in was even demolished. Earlier this year, the Alianna alert was put in place to require schools to report a student is absent in a half hour. Even though good has come from this tragedy, it did come out of a tragic cause. Alianna had her whole life ahead of her. She is greatly missed by those who knew her, and it's awful that she had to spend her last moments on this sin-cursed earth in torment. This is just an awful reminder of how we really gotta be careful out there. During one point in the trial, Alianna's father, Damon, mentioned how he'd tell his daughter about monsters like the one who murdered her. We just need to make sure that our kids are protected wherever they go. Though it's been 2 years, the pain must still be fresh for Alianna's family. They're in my prayers, but as a born-again Christian, this is a reminder of how the God I serve, the God of the Bible, is a God of justice, and he made sure that justice was served. That's all I've got to say. If you've got any thoughts on this case, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more true crime videos from me, please feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about the next video. I'll see y'all next week for True Crime Tuesdays. Talk to y'all later.